Here on Regal Signal, we don't chase rumors, we examine history, facts, and royal traditions, because sometimes the past explains today's headlines better than the headlines themselves. Tonight, we are looking at a story that has quietly sparked debate among royal watchers worldwide. From Britain, the United States, and across the Commonwealth, many people are asking questions about the royal family's future. Recent media reports suggest Buckingham Palace may be considering possible future scenarios. These reports involve Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But this immediately raises an important question. Why would the palace prepare for something that has never been officially confirmed? Stay with me until the end of this report, because later, we return to 1992, a year that changed royal crisis management forever. A remarkable chapter in history, one that may completely change how today's headlines are understood. But before we continue, let's separate facts from speculation. At this time, there is no official announcement of divorce. There has been no confirmation from Buckingham Palace. There has been no public legal filing. What we have today are only media reports and public discussions. That difference is extremely important because responsible journalism begins with verified facts, not assumptions. One common misunderstanding about the British monarchy is believing it only reacts after major events happen. History tells a very different story. For centuries, the monarchy has survived through careful preparation. Long before a state visit is announced, long before a coronation takes place, long before national ceremonies appear on television. Detailed planning is already underway behind the scenes. And this preparation is not limited to public events. It can also involve private family situations that may affect the institution. That does not mean these events are expected. It simply means preparation remains part of responsible leadership. For many American viewers, this approach may seem unusual, but Britain's constitutional monarchy has always valued preparation. Through wars, political changes, and family challenges, planning has helped the institution face uncertain moments. Now, let's turn to Prince Harry and Meghan. When they announced their engagement, many saw a new royal chapter beginning. Prince Harry was respected for his military service and charitable work. Meghan Markle brought international recognition and a modern perspective. Their wedding in 2018 became one of the world's most watched royal events. For millions, it represented hope. Only a few years later, Harry and Meghan stepped away from official royal duties. They began building a new life in California. That decision changed far more than where they lived. It reshaped public expectations around the modern monarchy. It changed the relationship between the couple and the institution they once represented, and it sparked conversations that continue around the world today. Supporters viewed the move as an act of independence. Critics believed it marked a difficult break from royal tradition. Wherever public opinion falls, one fact remains clear. Very few royal stories have attracted such global attention. Today, another question has entered that conversation. If major changes were ever to take place in the future, how would Buckingham Palace respond? According to recent reports, palace advisors may quietly consider different future scenarios. Not because such an outcome has been confirmed, but because preparation has long been part of royal planning. And this is where many headlines miss the bigger picture. Many people use the terms Buckingham Palace and the royal household as though they mean exactly the same thing. They don't. Buckingham Palace is the monarch's official London residence. The royal household supports official work, communication, administration, and planning. Understanding this difference helps explain why palace planning is often misunderstood. Planning is not proof. Planning is not prediction. It is simply preparation for uncertainty. But here's the question that still remains. If careful planning has always been part of royal life, why are these latest reports attracting so much attention now? The answer lies in one extraordinary chapter of royal history, and that's where our story continues. A few moments ago, I asked a simple question. If Buckingham Palace has always planned ahead, why have these latest reports attracted so much attention? The answer begins with a year that changed the modern monarchy forever. That year was 1992. Queen Elizabeth II later described it using the Latin phrase annus horribilis, a phrase meaning the horrible year. During that difficult period, several deeply personal family events became public. The royal family faced enormous pressure, and the palace learned an important lesson. Private matters could quickly become national headlines. One lesson became clear: never wait for a crisis before preparing for it. That philosophy remained part of the royal household, not because every difficult situation was expected, but because preparation was considered responsible leadership. And perhaps this is the most overlooked part of today's discussion. When reports suggest palace advisors may consider future scenarios, many people immediately assume something dramatic is already happening. But history tells us to be more careful. Planning is not confirmation. Planning is not prediction. Planning is simply preparation. Now, let's return to Harry and Meghan. For years, they have remained among the world's most watched public figures. Every interview, every public appearance, every documentary, and sometimes even their silence has created international headlines. Imagine living in a world where almost every personal decision becomes global news, where millions of people analyze every photograph, every expression, and every public appearance. Very few people experience that level of attention. Whether people support Harry and Meghan or disagree with their choices, one reality remains impossible to ignore. Global attention brings extraordinary pressure, and that is why responsible reporting matters. As of today, there is no official confirmation that Harry and Meghan are ending their marriage. There has been no statement from Buckingham Palace. There has been no verified announcement. Until reliable information becomes available, speculation should remain exactly that, speculation. History has shown us something important. Rumors often travel faster than facts, and the royal family has faced this challenge many times before. King Charles has generally avoided responding to every rumor involving members of his family. This reflects a long-standing royal approach: patience over publicity, silence over speculation, facts over reaction. Facts over reaction. And in many situations, history has shown that this measured approach protects the institution. So where does today's story actually stand? The facts remain remarkably straightforward. There is no confirmed divorce. There is no official palace announcement. There are only media reports, public discussions, and questions about what the future may hold. Whether these reports eventually prove accurate or simply become another chapter in the long history of royal speculation, only time will provide the answer. But perhaps the biggest lesson from today's report has very little to do with rumors. It has everything to do with understanding how the monarchy works. The palace prepares because preparation has helped it survive wars, political change, family challenges, and generations of public scrutiny. Preparation is not evidence that something is about to happen. It is evidence of an institution that believes every possibility deserves careful planning. And that is the important distinction many headlines fail to explain. Here at Regal Signal, our goal is not simply to repeat the day's biggest royal story. Our goal is to explore the history behind it, the context around it, and the verified facts that help separate informed discussion from speculation. Before we close, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you believe these recent reports simply reflect Buckingham Palace's long-standing tradition of careful planning, or do you think they point toward a larger story that has yet to unfold?